Yo guys, welcome back to Kazito Speaks, back here with another video. And today I'm just going to be talking about, I don't know what the title's going to be, don't know whether it's going to be the dark truth about self-improvement, the real truth about self-improvement, whatever it may be. But today I'm just going to talk about the real truth behind self-improvement and just my own personal experience going with self-improvement throughout the recent years of my life. Um, it probably is my most personal video. I've never really made a video where I've just kind of sat down and just talked to the camera about, you know, my life experiences. So I would really appreciate if you guys please like, comment, subscribe, what you guys think of the video. Just after you've obviously done watching the video. So without further ado, I'm not gonna waste your time. Let's just get straight into it. So I would say with self improvement, like it has done wonders for me. It's benefited me in ways I could never think of. But it's not all glitz and glam, and that's something I do want to break down in the video and just kind of show the negatives behind it, because social media will always show you the good stuff. They just say, oh, if you self improve, everything in your life will just come, amazing, perfectly, like it's some Disney movie. But I'm just here to tell you and just give you the reality that it's just not always like that. So I'm just going to break down my personal journey to self improvement, and then also just telling you the lessons that I learned with that. Do you know what I mean? So from a young boy, like in primary school to secondary school, I wasn't really the best behaved. Like I was kind of the class clown, and always seeking attention from other people, and that's something I kind of did struggle as a kid. I always seeked validation, whether that be from lasses, or it be from the class, like trying to make people laugh. I think you seeking validation all the time is just a sign that you're not confident in yourself. Because if you really are confident in yourself, you're not really gonna seek validation. Do you know what I mean? Um, so realistically, I always did wanna self improve. I always did kind of want more for myself. I found myself double texting girls. Like I found myself, being a class clown, and there's something in me was like, I don't want to do this. Do you know what I mean? So my self improvement journey kind of started around 2020. Yeah. So it was around the lockdown, and there was basically this girl that I liked at school. She was pretty. And a lot of guys did kind of like her. So I presume she had loads of guys messaging her and giving her attention. And I used to message her every single day, and she literally would never message me first, but. And I used to just always compliment her, be like, "Oh, you're so beautiful," da da da. And she still was like, "Oh, thanks." And she used to get put on dry responses like, "Hey, ha 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 ha, okay, lol." And I used to always double text, and just part of doing the most that I really look back and I'm like, what was I even doing? Do you know what I mean? And one day, well, this was really hard for me because I really did like her. And one day I just decided, and I just said to myself, you know what? Just not gonna message her. Just ghosted her for about 3 weeks. I mind you this. Remember when I said she never messaged me first? She messaged me first and said, ha ha ha, like, why haven't you messaged me? Do you know what I mean? So, like, just a tip, like, guys, don't simp. Like, if the girl's giving you dry responses or anything, do not force it. Because I didn't message her for 3 weeks, and then she messages me. But when I was doing all the right things, compliment her and all that, she wasn't trying to hear it. She was leaving me on deliver till 10 p.m. and then saying, haha, just saw your message. Like, bro, you hot swiped that. Do you know what I mean? No hate to her. Do you know what I mean? It happened a long time ago, and like, who cares? I was being a flipping weirdo, anyways. But after that, I started watching videos and how to really love myself and kind of things like that. I mean, it took me a long time to get to that point of me actually loving myself, but it was the start. Do you know what I mean? And I think there's this illusion that self improvement you can fully do it over summer. Like, no, this stuff takes years, bro. Like, it'll go. It'll be. It's lonely. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot of admitting your faults in your character, which some people go their whole life without doing. So, I was watching people like Spiritual Soul and, these motivational videos type thing, you know what I mean? So, this was lockdown in 2020. So, I had a friendship group, where we used to go to the beach all the time, man. Like, it was really good times. Probably the last time I truly felt like a kid. This was, I think it was, yeah, I was 15. Um, it was just really good fun. Like, but the problem with that, like, I never really like actually dealt with the problems. It was kind of a cover. Like, I didn't have to deal with the actual mental problems going on in my head because I was just spending like time having fun and stuff like that. But it kind of felt like after the summer, it was like, right, like reality check. Like, I actually do still have to deal with the problems. And that's another thing. Never run away from your problems. Like, face your problems head on. Because in my situation, it came back circle around full fruition. And if you do things like drugs and stuff like that, like, it's just gonna come back like two times harder. So please pattern it up there and then. Don't waste time. Don't let it build up because more things are gonna come up and it's just gonna bottle up and God knows how you'll explode. Also, on this time, I started going to the gym. I'll be honest, the first year I didn't know what I was doing. I remember I used to train like arms, legs, chest all in the same day. Like, I had no clue. But again, it was a step in the right direction of me actually wanting to improve my physique. Because if anyone who knew me, bro, I was a twig. I used to be a stick. Do you know what I mean? And then this is the part where I, really started getting into like red pill content. Now, disclaimer, I never really was like full crack into it, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't like, oh, you need to shag all these birds, because alhamdulillah, I'm Muslim, and that did kind of keep me in check of the whole sleeping around thing is not right, this flexing money. It was more of like how to improve your looks and female nature and this whole like hypergamy thing of, women always want guys who are, the taller guy, the guy makes more money, the girl's gonna want to leave you for that guy, and, you know, you know, walk a certain way and dress a certain way, say this to a woman and it's all kind of rubbish. I think there is some truth to it, but to call it female nature, that's the real damaging thing, because what it actually turned into was I was a bit robotic talking to women. I wouldn't open up and be as charismatic or would be myself because anyone who knows me, I'm quite like an extrovert. I can, I do have a like charisma and a personality, but I felt like with watching Red Pill content, it was like, you know, don't act too charismatic. You need to act nonchalant, or else the girls will just not like you. Girls like nonchalant guys. It's just rubbish. Like, if you're watching Red Pill content still, please stop, bro. Like, it's bad. Like, it's not helping you in any sort of way possible. So around the end of my second year, I really started to like kind of focus on like the whole like looks maxing thing a little bit, where it was like, how can you like push your attractiveness to the max or whatever. And that's another thing as well with that whole like looks maxing thing. Realistically, there's only so much you can do. There's either A, work on your skin, two, work on like your hygiene, like how clean you are, and three, like your physique and your hair. Like, that's four things. That's max. You can't do any more than that, bro. This whole thing of like newing and get a hairline transplant, use minoxidil on your eyebrows. It's just rubbish. Like, listen, I've got thin eyebrows. It doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. Like, not so full of myself, but like I still do like get compliments and stuff. Like, but like maybe the looks community might be like, oh, you're a five because you don't have thick full eyebrows. Like, who actually cares? My teeth are straight. Look, I've got crowded teeth. I've got a big nose. Da 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 da. Like, all these things that they would label unattractive, but it's not real life. Like, it's not reality. That's why you can't let this type of content fully consume you, because it's not real life, man. It's really not. If you think you're ugly, then women are gonna treat you as such. Do you know what I mean? Whilst now I'm like, oh, I think I'm an attractive man, then other women are gonna, it's gonna radiate. This whole like obsession about looks and stuff, it really doesn't matter that much. It actually doesn't. I'm sorry, I hate to break it to you. So I've realized, you go to the gym, you try and get, yeah, like as hench as possible, and you're still the weirdo. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of guys are weird, don't know how to talk to women. You goon all day watching corn, and then you get hench or do some looks maxing, and you think you're just gonna attract tens. It's not. It doesn't work like that. And I think a lot of it. I think a lot of you guys think women are stupid. That's what it is, because you guys think, oh, women are so gullible. You know, if I get big muscles and you know what I mean, get the right haircut, then women will start falling to me. Nah, 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 bro. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. On the flip side, a lot of you guys like shag loads of birds and then equate that to, oh, I can pull women. This generation, no offense, it's never been so easier to pull women, but the right type of woman, it's the hardest. Now, with me like improving my looks and me improving my physique, my mental health and everything, you would think that, you know, people are gonna be happy for me, right? Right? Because I'm improving myself. And you know, people love celebrities, and I'll get to that in a second. Reality is, yeah, look at me in my eyes, people are not going to praise you. They're not going to praise you, bro. You're actually going to get hated more, and I'll explain why. Now, you're going to get hated more because I heard this quote where it's like people want you to do well, just not better than you. And this can be your own friends, it can be your own family, people who hated you anyways. Like, what I realized in my self improvement journey when I would post stuff like I'm gonna start going to the gym, or I'd post some motivational stuff. When I first started, like when I was like 15, um, people were replying to my stories, being like, "Oh, yeah, like go you, I'm rooting for you." Do you wanna know why they do that? It's because they don't expect you to do it. Because we live in a time where people talk, people love to say, "Oh, I'm gonna start going to the gym. Oh, I'm gonna start that business. I'm gonna do this," and they never actually do it. So they're gonna support you because they know this nigga no really. He's not actually gonna do it. So when you actually do it, they're like, oh, and they don't like that, bro. Like so many people are envious, and loads of people don't actually have your best interest. So please keep watch of who you keep close to you. And misery just loves company. So if majority of people aren't trying to take their life seriously, then they're gonna want people around that. And if you're not, then it's gonna be a problem. And listen, guys, I know you guys do a lot of self improvement for women. Like, let's not lie that you do it for the women, you do it for the hoes, you do it for the beanies, baddies, whatever you want to call it. Listen, do not self improve for women. Let's do nothing to do with women. You know, I love women. This is not a women hating channel. It's just like this is the thing. You can still not like certain things. Like I don't like when people leave me on red. It still drives me crazy. It's just how do you deal with it now? Now I respect my time, and I value myself more. If you leave me on red, I just won't message you again. It's just that simple. Like back then, I used to worry and da 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 da. Just now, you know, that's being high value, and you know, it's just that thing again. Like, like respect your own time. Be like, you know what? I don't deserve this. Like, you know, I go to the gym. I work on my mental health. I'm doing extracurricular activities. Like, why am I just letting some random waste man leave me on red and give me dry responses? It shouldn't bother you the way that I did. That's why I look back sometimes and I'm like, why did I even tolerate that? Like and she actually tried to message me a few times. I said, nah, like, you don't add any value to my life anymore. To the point where she just stopped messaging me. Like she was like, yeah, what's the point? And that's how it should be, man. A lot of the time they come back. Women, vice versa. Maybe the same for you. That guy you try to give attention to, and then when you do well for yourself, you hit that glow up. You try to win them back. You just tell them, listen, bro, like you had your chance in it. Um, But me as a Muslim, I'm not trying to do the whole girlfriend thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm waiting for my Muslim wife, inshallah. So, and that's another thing as well. Just to kind of conclude that you know you have to see the long goal for yourself, and this whole self improvement thing. It's like not all glitz and glamour. You're gonna get hated on. You're gonna get slagged off. Your circle's gonna be small. I speak to 3 people, and yeah, it's just like people are gonna watch. They're gonna watch your stories, man, and they're just not gonna message. They're not gonna. People who hate you are gonna follow you like me. People don't like me and they still follow me, watching my story every single time. And It's not like what they show you on Instagram that when you become better looking and improve your physique, people are gonna be round of applause, well done, Lorraine. When I first started, like I mentioned, when I first started, it was praise because I didn't actually think Lorraine could do anything. And then now that I've done it, they're not trying to hear it. And I feel like the same people who are praising me and responding to my stories are low key the people that I never really even spoke to that much. It was like I hooped with them in basketball training and we played on the same team for a bit. Or that one guy in the class that you didn't really speak to that much. They're the ones who kind of stay around, the people who you actually don't expect. But the ones who you expected to like stick with you till the end and back your stuff, you know what I mean? Like it's crickets, do you know what I mean? So that's the reality of it. I hope this video isn't too all over the place. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I broke down my journey to self-improvement, the lessons I learned from it, and the reality of, do you know what I mean, that it's not all praise. You're not going to get round of applause. People aren't just going to clap for you, you know, pause. I'm so immature, but yeah, like people aren't just gonna give you like a round of applause, you know what I mean, for self improving. You're actually just probably most likely gonna get hated even more because it's like how dare you do well for yourself? How dare you do better than me? Do you know what I mean? I'm still humble, like, I don't think I'm better than anyone else, but I'm just finding my time. Like, is that too much to ask? And then I get hated because of it? Yeah, like, F the haters, man. Do you know what I mean? They're not gonna pay your rent, they're gonna pay your bills, do you know what I mean, at the end of the day. So just do what's best for you. Loads of people are just scared of being alone. We're not doing that, man. 2025, let's lock it in, guys. Do you know what I mean? 2025 and beyond, do you know what I mean? So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Because it was Speak signing out. Love, guys. Peace.